So we are back on the beloved sofa. Do you reckon it's had much lovemaking in the last year?
It just had, right?
2017, this is a recap. So I'm going to let you start, Max. Throw the first question at me.
All right. Last year on the sofa, you said you're looking forward to next season. Are you more or less optimistic about the 2018 season than you were about the 2017 season?
I'm just going to keep my level of optimism just I don't know, it's easier to kind of, if you got something good, it's easier to run with it. But if you expect too much of something, then you get more disappointed. So I'm just kind of like, I do believe we'll be pretty good next year, but let's take it easy.
Yeah.
Let's just take baby steps.
What are your thoughts on the RB13 now at the end of the season compared to your expectations at the beginning of the year?
I hate expectations. I hate that word so much. Look, start of the year, I think both of us expected to be better than where we finished in the championship, let's say. But I think after like Melbourne and the first couple races, did I think I'll personally score my most ever podiums in a season? No. So before the season started, I expected more. Once the season started, it actually gave us more than we expected. You know, you got 2 wins. Yeah. I got podiums and whatever. And in the end, it wasn't too bad. Yeah. Well done, Baku. Well done.
Lovely, lovely.
Alrighty. I'm going to start throwing some questions. And there's a question in a question. What question did you get asked the most this year?
I would say up until I signed the new contract, I guess, about the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was just like where I was going to go, especially with all the problems I had in the beginning of the year with the reliability issues. They kept asking those kind of things, what I would do. And
yeah, and you basically, from what I understand, you went up to Helmut and Christian and just said, guys, I'm leaving unless you give me 10 figures. And
yes.
You got, no, 10, sorry, 9 figures.
Not 10.
Oh, you got 10. Wow.
No, anyway.
Okay. And that's, so it's good?
We got there at the end. So, at the beginning of the season, you describe yourself as a positive, driven, happy.
What am I now?
You describe yourself as positive, driven, happy. Would you change that now?
I'm heavily depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I shouldn't joke. No, I'm still the same. I think for sure the season it tests everyone. You know, even Lewis ended up the champion and he got tested a few times. So, but yeah, there were times where for sure frustration creeps in and, you know, I think it'll stay like that for as long as we race or as long as I race from my experiences that you'll always find a point where you have a love-hate with the sport because there's so many other variables and but I think then the success when you get it makes it so much more worthwhile because it's so many things had to happen that day to be perfect and also seeing all the mechanics and all the engineers' face as well, it's pretty awesome. I'm going to bounce this one to you now. At the beginning of the year, you described yourself in these 3 words. Confused, calm, relaxed, focused. Calm and relaxed. Focused, all right. Calm and relaxed, really? Calm. You said that?
Yeah, I think
did you change that?
I did change that a bit during the season, yes. Well, I mean, I had all the ingredients, I guess, in front of me to be not relaxed or calm at that time. In the beginning, especially I think in the beginning of the season. I think towards the end of the season, everything started to be a bit better for me and let's say less failures. And I think that...
You passed them on to me.
Actually swapped cars.
Yeah.
Very secretly. No, well...
You're kidding me.
Maybe.
I can't do this interview anymore. I'm going to go see the boss. Hey. I'll let you continue.
Yeah, it's been also for me quite a challenging season in that way to see how calm or, you know, how I would react to those kind of like things during the season. And I always find 3, focus for sure still, relaxed, yes, calm, I would maybe skip that one and change it for something which is not as calm as calm. I don't know.
Restless?
No, I sleep well.
Okay.
I sleep well.
Cool. Well,
So I didn't find the word yet, but I might come up for next year.
Okay. All right. You've had a few interesting battles with Seb and Kimi this year. Do you think that you're on their Christmas card list?
Well, I received one from Seb last year,
So did
so
It's weird.
I'm expecting one this year.
Do you do with it like?
No,
I mean, maybe call us lazy or unthoughtful, but sending Christmas cards to other drivers seems a bit.
yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather do other things with my time. It's nice. It's a nice gesture.
I think maybe at one point, maybe when you're over your 30s.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting there.
So 2-3
I'm
years.
getting there. Yeah.
I'm expecting one then.
Actually, how's your relationship with Kimi? Because all these years I've done F1, I've still had very little interaction with him.
Yeah, which relationship?
Okay.
Exactly. Well, I don't think I ever had a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Well, on the podium or whatever, like when you're there in front of the press. But
Wah, wah,
I don't really care.
wah,
I do what I want.
wah.
Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
People that know him say that he's actually completely different away, like when he's in his own space and environment. But yeah, he keeps to himself a lot. Huh. Wah.
That's all right.
All right, fire away.
All right, next one. If you could learn a new skill overnight, what would it be?
A new skill.
Yeah.
Probably race car driver. Yeah. I've always wanted to race cars, so
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Just on the
I
steering.
got here with luck and instinct all these years. There's a few things I'd like to do. I'd love to be able to ride a dirt bike better, like ride one like a professional, and more jump. Like I've always been interested in jumps, and just that feeling of having control in the air, and flying through the air and not being freaked out. So
Just balancing yourself.
yeah, that would be. Yeah, I don't know, being weightless for a few seconds. So yeah, probably riding a dirt bike.
Or you can go
like
to
a pro.
NASA.
I could go back to NASA. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
dirt
that's a
bike.
bit harder though. Jumping
Yeah.
on a dirt bike's easier than saying, oh, I'm just going to go to space today.
Mm. True, that's true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How about you?
Overnight skill. Better FIFA player.
Really?
So even better, like on the controls and the tricks and stuff.
Oh, wow.
I'm such a child.
The age difference is really settling in. All right, here's one. How often, maybe your gamer fans want to know, how often do you spend on FIFA?
How often?
Yeah,
It depends. Depends when there are packs coming.
All right, if you're home for 7 days, say in Monaco, what are you doing? How often are you on FIFA? How many hours a day? Let's put it like that.
Almost every day. It depends, of course, who is there with me.
Okay.
If it's only
What's the longest you'll play for in a day?
in a day, it can be 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, at once or in sessions?
In sessions, because sometimes you get frustrated when you lose a few games, so you're like,
How
I
many
need a break.
controllers have you broken?
I've thrown one off the balcony.
That's what I had. I thought I had something. All right. Actually, no, you're lower than me now. Bigger
Well, I can
apartment,
throw
but
it up.
lower.
I
Yeah,
can
you
throw it
up. All right. How did you feel at the US Grand Prix when you were handed the 5-second penalty, awarding third place to Blah? There was a lot of support for you from the fans and media. Do you feel that validated the move you made on Blah?
To be honest,
Let's just call him Blah from now on.
Yeah, Blah. To be honest, that was also my reaction. No. Blah. No, of course, initially you're like, why? And, I think it was a great move. Of course, when you look at the rules, it was not correct, but a lot of things were not going that well the whole weekend. People going off track and not getting a penalty. But we always look at the positives. I guess it was still a fun race and everybody enjoyed it, I guess, to still have excitement up until the last lap. So, yeah, always good to have a podium, but Ford, coming from, 16, it was still all right. But it was not as painful as maybe a lot of people thought it was. So, yeah, I was all right with that.
Okay. I guess this passes me on to the next question. If that move was legal, let's say, if you kept the podium, would that have been your best move of the year?
Yeah, because I didn't really have a lot of other moves during the year. Because with those cars, it's only like really overtaking on the straight or... Yeah, it didn't feel as rewarding, I don't know why, compared to last
previous year.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So yeah. Christian has said many times that he believes we are the best driver pairing on the grid. What do you think about that? We have to keep our value high, so of course we are.
Yeah, I believe it. But I also think we've shown it. You know, we've proved it. Like, especially since we've been teammates the last 2 years. Who's the two drivers that are making the most aggressive moves on the track, the most kind of exciting races, coming through the pack the quickest? I know it sounds kind of arrogant, but it's 9
Look at
times
the
out of
facts.
10, it's us. You know what I mean? Like, overtakes of the year or the highlights of the race. So I really believe it. I really believe we are. So, yeah.
Of course, it's always nice to have a team boss thinking the same way. So.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, we obviously get the respect. But, you know, we got to keep that, obviously, now. But that's motivation, like, to the fact that we are regarded maybe as the best pair up. It's like motivation to kind of keep it and kind of
Absolutely.
keep raising the bar. So, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, after your explanation, I'm satisfied with that.
I spoke all the arrogance for both of us. Alrighty. I guess you're up.
Yeah,
Go
okay,
for it.
next one. So, when you look at your trophies, do you have a favorite one?
I always liked the Japan ones. It was my first one. I like the kind of Japanese flowers. I think that's a nice little detail. So yeah, that's one I've seen over the years, which I've wanted. So I finally got that.
Second and third, and they're the same height, or what? They're exactly the same, or not?
Yeah, yeah. That's actually why I let you get second that race.
Yeah, because it
there was
doesn't
no
make a difference, right? Yeah.
So I was
Just
like,
let me work hard for it for nothing.
yeah. And I knew you were closing in on Lewis, but I was like, he's not going to pass him anyway, so I'm just going to save my engine. And it worked for me. I mean, how many times did I finish the last few races?
Oh, yeah. Emotional. Okay.
Alrighty.
Should we?
Do you have a favourite trophy?
From this year, I only had 4, so.
You got.
I had twice a Heineken one. Like that one. But they're actually great to fill up. You can drink from it. Yeah. Well, I guess then this one is alright, because that was actually quite an emotional one because of so many retirements, and then I guess that's why, because of the emotion, it gets to you as a trophy. But
And it was the last Malaysian Grand Prix,
also,
and it's super physical. I remember you saying,
I was sick.
I want sugar.
Yeah, I was
I want sugar.
I was dead. I was so dead.
Nah, it's fine, that one. It's all good.
Okay.
All right. What's been the best thing for you off track this year, and why? What was the coolest thing we did? Is there something from a memorable weekend?
Well, I guess the caravans, I was literally pissing
Yeah.
myself. I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yours?
The caravan was awesome. I really enjoyed the ice hockey. I never played ice hockey, so that was
I could
was
see
really
that.
fun. American football, that was
Yeah,
cool.
you like that one. I literally, like, the guy was telling me, like, I had to move up and throw, and I was like, dude, I don't understand anything you're saying to me. I mean, I have never played this in my life. I don't know any rules.
Just throw the pigskin.
Yeah.
Just throw
and
it.
run, keep running.
Alrighty. Most challenging track. Oh wait, which is the most challenging and which is the easiest track for you?
Most
Hardest,
challenging,
easiest?
I think that's Monaco. In a qualifying lap, it's really challenging, I think.
Yeah.
To be on the limit and get like 1 or 2 tenths out of that lap with front tires, which they don't really warm up that well, it's quite hard.
The hypersoft will be like, oh.
Yeah, and then in the race, oh.
Yeah. At least it qualifies. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Good qualifying.
No, that's
car.
true.
Easiest?
Do you think there really is a really easy track when you're on the limit?
It's good. No, not when. I think easy. I would probably say Barcelona, just because we've driven so many laps
it's
there.
a bit more like a robot kind of thing. Like you
can drive at 90% easily.
Yeah.
Like we can go out there and put in a good lap time without really thinking. But yeah, to put it on the limit, I completely agree.
Yeah, I think then it's
Nothing's
never
that
really easy. Yeah. What are your plans for the off season? What are you most looking forward to? I think I know that one.
I'm just going home. I always go home for Christmas to Australia, and I'm most looking forward to it's going to sound funny, getting away from people. Just like, sure, I'll be with my
don't like
friends.
people.
Yeah, like you get to a point in the year and there's just so much, you actually find you don't get a time to yourself. And so after Abu Dhabi, obviously it's the end of the season, long season, I finished the race early. And when I went back to my room before the race had finished, and I just sat there. I literally sat in silence with the light off for probably 30 minutes. And I was just happy to be alone and just, away from kind of constant this. So, I'm looking forward to just getting home, getting away, and getting out of the city and just, being with few people, just close friends.
Yeah, just have fun.
And not feel obliged to talk. We can just sit there in each other's comfort with a cold
with the
beer
lights off for 30 minutes.
So, I mean, we'll do fun things as well. Like, for sure, we'll ride bikes and do some fishing and stuff. But, just not feel obliged to kind of,
Can imagine.
I guess, start conversations or please people. Just
Well, you have a great country to go to then. Back
Yeah.
to Australia. It's far away.
it's detached
Yeah.
from F1, which I think is awesome. And I think for that reason, I'll always keep going home for Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's warm. So I'm a summer boy. That was a good question. I kind of want to ask you that as well.
You can.
Yeah, let's. I've just
You
been
can
given
if
the
you
all
want to.
clear. I can ask Max the same question. So, Maximus Decimus Meridius, what are you going to do, and what are you looking forward to most in December?
Yeah, just like have 2 or 3 weeks off. Like just not anything to do with.
Not setting an alarm.
Not exactly. Just sleep. Just do your own thing. Try not to think about too much of racing and commitments you have to go to, and just enjoy.
What do you do like in the winter? I guess like.
Well,
do
I
you
mean,
ski?
a bit
What's
of
your
skiing.
escape?
Bit of skiing.
Okay.
Just spend time with friends. I'll probably go to Austria, and then go back to Monaco for New Year's, I guess, and then maybe again some time with friends to go skiing in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about going somewhere warm, but then it was a bit complicated with all my mates to organize it at the same date. So I said, well, you know what, just stay at home.
What's close to Europe? Like that's maybe the Caribbean. Is that?
Yeah,
where
but
you'd
that's
go
already
if you
like
were gonna
7,
go?
8 hours, isn't it?
Okay.
8 hours.
All right.
What's the worst thing about being Daniel Ricciardo?
Worst thing about being Daniel Ricciardo.
It's only positive.
No, I will. The only thing I will say is that, and I'm not. Look, there's 100%. No, let's say 99% more good things that come out of this than not. But let's say the 1% of my personality, like because I'm pretty easygoing, I'm happy, I'm fun. It makes sometimes I feel people take advantage of that, and it's like, Daniel, he'll do it. He's the nice guy. Let's do this, or Dan, come over here, or do. So that actually people can try and take advantage of. So that's the only thing which, being nice has its downsides. So I sometimes notice that where a little bit, and that kind of upsets me, but it's a very, very small percentage. So yeah. It's good. I've never been asked that question, so that's.
It is, yeah.
Compliments to the chef for the question.
You have to ask the same.
All right. Whatever the question was.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the worst thing about being Max? Stopping. Actually, wait.
Why?
That reminded me. Double letters, double P. I saw a fact.
Yeah.
Every driver that's won in Red Bull has double letters in their
Vettel,
surname.
Weber, Ricciardo, Verstappen.
Yeah,
Are those the only ones who won? Right.
in Red Bull, I guess so. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
whoever ends up taking over a Red Bull seat one day, if you don't have double letters in your name,
Yeah, it's anyway not going
you
to
are
happen.
gone. Go for it.
All right.
Worst thing.
Yeah, for me, I think it's just you can't like when you are back at your family's place and you want to just go out for like lunch or whatever, just walk around in the city. For me in Holland, that's a bit of a pain. The people are nice to you, but still, they ask for pictures and stuff, and they follow you. And
Camera phones,
Yeah.
I think will be the death of us because you don't feel like you can have complete privacy, I guess.
Yeah.
Even at a restaurant, you see like sometimes corner of the eye,
Like a
people
cheeky-
filming, or
yeah.
it's just.
So for me, that's a bit the worst thing. It's not very painful, but still, when you're at your family's home, it's like I prefer to just eat like here at home instead of going out for dinner, because you always get a bit disturbed, I would say. Yeah. So that's a bit painful, but then all the other sides of it, I think, is pretty positive.
Yep, I hear you. Alrighty. Who would you say has had the worst luck this year?
I think both of us.
Maybe. Well,
Well,
it's literally cut in half, I
Yes.
guess.
Yes.
First 6 months you, second 6 months, I guess me.
Yeah, it's been 13 retirements, so I guess it's 7-6, right?
You had 7?
Yeah.
I had 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have only had 5 actually.
I was like, what do you mean? Okay, yeah.
I would have only had 5
I would have only had.
actually. Alrighty.
Oh my God. Next question.
All right, let's go.
So let's talk about Hungary.
That just came in. That came in perfectly.
How easy was it to move past that moment?
I think, all right, a lot of things made it easier because the fact that, I kind of said it as well, like the fact that you came up and apologized to me and did it, you know, we spoke privately, I think that was really important for both of us.
Not through the media.
Yeah, not through media, not through someone saying, you should go apologize, or like me coming up to you like, what the F happened? So I think that you went about it the right way, which made it easier to move on. And at the end of the day, people make mistakes, and for sure it was frustrating for me, but at the end of the day, it happens. But also, I think then again to move on was easy because 24 hours later I was on holiday, and I was with family and stuff, so that was, you know, easy to kind of forget about it. But yeah, so I think we went about it the right way. Wow. All right. Looking back on the whole season, what was your best moment and why?
Well, I guess Malaysia. After such bad races like retirements, and even like Singapore, you know, it was all looking great, and then again,
Singapore.
Singapore sandwich. I mean, it was again such a painful race, you know, to retire straight away. Well, you knew Singapore that, you know, it could have been great. So then once you move to Malaysia and then win the race eventually, that was for me, I think, the best moment of the year, just emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you say Singapore sandwich, obviously it was a Italian sandwich.
It was a lovely sandwich.
The Ferrari. What was in the sandwich? Seeing that was from
Mozzarella,
Italy?
mozzarella, tomato.
Tomato, or how would you say it in Italian?
Pomodoro.
Pomodoro. Yeah.
Pomodoro. It was a bit of pomodoro in there. Basil.
Basil. Yeah.
Yes. Aceto balsamico.
Yes.
Was
Balsamic
on top
vinegar.
of it, like just. And
there had to have been an ingredient in there which wasn't nice though, because obviously it wasn't a good sandwich. At
yes,
the end of the day.
I think it was just the German cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't taste well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next one. What about you annoys other people the most?
I fart sometimes.
I don't. It's not annoying. I think it's just good competition. Is it onion? Is that onion?
Is that? I don't know. Sometimes my bowels, I guess. Otherwise,
I think it's mainly your stomach.
yeah. I think the fact also sometimes I don't even need a shower, don't need to comb my hair, and I'm still a 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? That's not easy for people to take.
They're just jealous.
Devilishly good looks, you know. I don't make the rules, you know. I really don't. So that's just.
Born like that. I mean,
Yeah. Sue me.
guys, girls.
I mean, gosh. Alrighty.
I think it's the same for me.
Yeah.
The question. But I don't. How should I know?
Oh, the question.
No. Like, how should I know what annoys people the most about me? Because I think you should ask those people.
Yeah.
Because I think it's actually pretty easy going with me.
Yeah.
I'm really bad on birthdays.
Remembering birthdays?
Yeah, yes.
I think you get to an age though, I guess you're still young, but you get to an age where it's like, you don't expect messages anymore, or like, oh man, happy birthday. Like, we're old enough. Like, it's nice when people say it, but whatever. I mean, it's great, but you don't expect it. whatever. Actually, wait. I don't know if I remember you. Are you October or September?
September.
September the 29th.
30th.
30th.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
close.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I am? July.
The 3rd.
No,
2nd.
that's Vettel. Vettel's the 3rd. You're close.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Oh wait, I was the 7th or the 8th. No?
Lower.
No. Then it's 5th or 6th.
Lower.
What?
Here's one for
The
you.
first.
How low can you go?
First.
How low
First.
can you go?
I was
Yeah.
I was there.
What do you mean you were there?
That was you were at Saint-Tropez, right?
Oh yeah, it was my birthday. Yeah, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we were in Saint-Tropez on my birthday. That's right.
It was such a calm night.
It was pretty calm. Oh, all right.
I don't want to think about it anymore.
All right, this is gonna take a trip down RB13
Drip.
lane. Yeah, it's good. We're gonna take a trip down RB13 lane. What was your worst moment from the season? You've got to ask me as well after.
Baku.
Baku. My best, your worst. Makes sense. Well done, Baku.
Yeah. Well
Alright.
done. It was simply spiffing Baku.
So that was your worst?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. Because the amount of problems I had the whole week, the weekend, like with the engine, and then free practice again, the final one got stopped, then in qualifying got a problem again, and in the race, like the
Did
whole
you have a
week.
problem in quali?
Yeah, like going to the limiter,
Yeah?
and then
Okay.
I had to tune it down.
Okay. I had a problem in quali as well. The
The wheel.
The wall came out at me.
Yeah,
The wall moved. It's hard.
I had that problem in Monaco in 2016.
Yeah. A few walls moved, I
few-
think, that weekend. All right. How do you think you've changed this year?
So yeah, I've definitely grown as a person just because I think of the challenging moments this year. And then it's always how well can you handle that? And I think, of course, sometimes it could have been a bit better, but in general, I think it's been all right. And we came back in a good way, let's say, like positive way. So yeah, it's been a challenging year, but it made me grow as a person.
Okay.
It's been emotional.
Nice.
What's been the worst moment for you this season?
Worst moment of the year. All right, I'll just pick one. Probably Australia, because
Yeah.
it's, pre-season there's such a long build-up. You train your ass off for 6 straight weeks, then you test. It's a shame. It's hard to really enjoy that weekend because it's just so busy. But yeah, when I finally got in the car, I remember actually first practice was pretty good. I think we were third and
only
fourth
half
or
a second
something.
off or something. Yeah.
So like maybe we're all right, and then crashed in qualifying, and then didn't start the race, and then had a problem. It was just a nightmare. I won't relive it, but unfortunately Australia was the worst one.
We both had a bit of bad luck this year on our home Grand Prix, wasn't it? Or like kind of for me, kind
Yeah,
of home
Belgium.
Grand
Yeah, you
I stopped, yeah.
after like 10 laps or something.
Prix. 8, I think it was.
8.
Yeah, that was not great.
All right. We got to ask this question to each other. I'll start. These are always weird. I'll ask it. What sort of teammate have I been this year? Anything different from last year?
No, I don't think different. I think we even like got a better relationship, or like just had even more fun, I guess, together. I think in general, on track, of course, you always try to beat each other, but like off track, we're always very open about everything and what it had to do with the car, and yeah, just a very good relationship, which I think is very unusual compared to a lot of other teammates in the paddock. But I like it. It's good.
Yeah, I think Lewis, I remember, said after a race once, we were joking around.
Was it Malaysia or something, or like Japan?
Japan.
Japan it was.
And he's like, how do you guys get on so well? Like, I've never seen this. And yeah, I think we just acknowledge that we're obviously both super competitive, but I think we both have the respect for each other, and that kind of creates a good balance.
Mm-hmm.
And I really believe that if we were like this, like always going against each other in a negative way, I don't believe the car would have improved like it did this year.
No,
if you know
because
what I
you
mean.
try to at least hide stuff, or try to just do a different setup, but then the team gets unsettled as well.
Yeah, so I think I'm sure they understand and respect that, so that's cool.
So same question for you, Daniel.
What teammate has Max been this year? I would say more calm than last year as far as like the on-track stuff. I felt like last year a lot of people were trying to like scrutinize you a lot. Like, he's moving, braking, this and that. It seemed like you were a bit more under the heat. But this year, I think the only time really you were having some heat was in Budapest with me. But otherwise,
I think
it was
pretty,
pretty clean. So
most of the
I think
times
you
also,
matured.
It was only like, or I was finishing the race, or you were. Like we never really had like a proper.
Many times. Japan and Malaysia. I think that was it.
And China.
Third and fourth.
But the rest of the year?
There wasn't much. So, but yeah, I think you matured a lot. And what else? Yeah, your Saturdays were better this year.
It's the first time, right? First time, right?
I think so, yeah. Max out-qualified me, I think, for the first time since I started F1, so.
But it's still a good record.
Yeah, it's all right.
Over all those years.
How many races next year? 21.
Yeah.
All right. 21 and 0 is a bit much. We'll try it. All right. You won in Malaysia in a straight out fight with Lewis. How did that feel? Pretty good, I guess.
It's not straight.
Would you do anything different?
Not a hot nipple? No.
You could cut a bit of glass with that.
How it felt, it was good, but to be honest, I don't really care against who I'm fighting as long as for the win.
Yeah.
So it was alright. You know, it's nothing. It had nothing not a special feeling for me or something. So.
When you pass for the lead, I think it doesn't matter who it is. Huh?
No, you're like, okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm leading.
I hear you.
All right, Daniel. If you were singing in the shower, what song would you sing?
I would probably go with one I like to sing is Wagon Wheel by Old Crow Medicine Show. It's like a bit country, and I feel you don't really need a good voice to make it work. So
you don't need to go high.
Not really. I mean, I can sample it for you if you want. Probably not in the shower.
No.
Maybe now. Would you like me to sing a little bit? The crowd. Oh, what's that from the crowd?
Go, Daniel, go! Yes.
Crowd's chanting.
Yes.
Heading down south to the land of the pine, thumbing my way into North Carolina, staring up the road, pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours. Max Verstappen was waiting with a bunch of flowers, and I was hoping for Max that he would ask me out tonight.
Touching. It's really touching.
Thank you. Old Crow Medicine Show, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Some said I'm the songbird of our generation. Others describe me as the voice of a turtle dove.
Which one would you choose?
Turtle dove. What was your favourite race of the season?
Spa.
What was your favourite destination of the year?
Melbourne.
Cool. What was your favourite overtaking move of the year?
Austin on Kimi, I guess.
Yep. Biggest disappointment?
Baku.
Well done, Baku.
Well done.
Favourite race activation of the year?
I think this activation, the ice hockeying during the race.
Yep, in Austria.
Yeah.
What was the biggest shock for you this season?
The retirements.
Best meal you had all year?
Austin, a steak. Yeah.
The place is
Paris.
Paris, yep.
Yeah.
Describe your season in one word.
Challenging.
Describe my season in one word.
Challenging? I don't know.
What's your favourite smell?
Fuel smell.
All right.
I quite like that.
It smells like a racetrack.
Yeah.
I get you. Have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
What scares you?
Spiders, snakes, and sharks.
All right.
What was your favorite race of the season?
Well done, Baku.
What was your favorite destination of the year?
Austin.
What was your favorite overtaking move of the year?
Well done, Baku.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Biggest disappointment?
Australia.
Favorite race activation of the year?
American football in Austin.
What was the biggest shock for you this season?
5 podiums in a row after such a slow start to the year. Yeah.
Best meal you had all year?
Best meal, yeah, probably Monza, my favorite pizzeria in the world, and Austin, just the meat fest, the brisket. Oh,
It is really good. Actually.
Lord baby Jesus.
Describe your season in one word.
Roller coaster.
Describe my season in one word.
Roller coaster.
What's your favorite smell? Don't say fart.
Certainly not me. Vanilla.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
9.
No. Not even when you woke up?
No. No ghosts.
What scares you?
Snakes and sharks. Yeah, it's what else scares me?
So you're okay with the giant, like the spider?
Spiders I'm okay.
Yeah?
Because they're not that fast. Like sharks are quicker than you in water.
Have you ever seen them
and
jumping?
snakes are faster.
When you try to threaten them in the corner?
Yeah, they're okay. Spiders are okay, I think. But yeah, they scare me. As far as like life things, what scares me?
Sharks, I think is the biggest.
Underachieving.
In life, you mean?
Oh, just probably in the sport, like. But
Yeah,
I
you never know.
I wouldn't say it scares me.
You
Because it's
never
only
know
preparation.
what you're gonna do next year. You're like, am I gonna be fast? Am I not? Is it like, well, I mean,
True.
you're confident, but you're always a bit like, well, is the car gonna suit me, or is this gonna work out? I think,
Yeah.
well, it's not
Completely
scary,
disagree. Just kidding. Snakes and sharks. We'll leave it at that.
but yeah.
Peace out, everyone. We're out.